Hi y'all, Katsumi here. Welcome back to my LEGO library, and today we're in the review section. We're going to review the LEGO Star Wars set number 75340, 2022's Advent Calendar. As you may or may not know, the Advent Calendar is a small collection of 24 micro build slash minifigures slash daily small LEGO activities to do for each day of December until Christmas comes on the 25th. This set is rated for ages 6+ and has 329 pieces. Taking a look at the front of the box here, it looks like we're set on Endor, but it's snowing and it looks Christmasified with plenty of Christmas lights on the tree and then a huge Christmas tree set up in the middle, a bunch of nice presents and a little star on top. And then scattered throughout are some of the micro builds that we're going to get in the calendar throughout the month. Coming around to the top, the actual size reference is the Summer Vacation Darth Vader minifigure. This side has a tear on it to simulate as if it was wrapped in Christmas wrapping with this bow, and then you like tore it off. More star pattern on the bottom, on the side as well. And then around the back, a view of what the box looks like when this flap is open. So you can get an idea of the little play mat that's kind of included for you to scatter your builds and make a little scene, and then just more of the different days that we're gonna get. As you can see, I've already done it actually because I didn't want to look at the box too hard and literally spoil every single day for me basically. As you can see, we had that same Christmas Endor with an AT-AT dress and a Santa hat with a large beard and mustache, which is really cute, just funky, kind of like canon adjacent type energy. It looks like the ground itself has a simulated tree, some Darth Vader diving footprints, say that 5 times fast, and some ski marks in the snow as if someone was skiing through or some sort of vehicle was going by, and then just a few piles of snow. They did a pretty good job with that. All right, let's begin with the recap. Day 1 brought us this Republic gunship. While I appreciate the clever use of this window piece in the middle for the empty hull of the ship, something about the overall aesthetic just isn't vibing with me, and I think I'm gonna scrap this one for pieces. Day 2 gave us another one of these yellow clone captains as it featured in the Republic gunship and that clone command station we got earlier. I'm a big fan of this yellow guy. I think I just like the color yellow and I just want more yellow clone. So it just becomes an addition to my minifigure collection. Day 3 brought us this Tri-Fighter. I see what they did there with the third day, bringing us something related to number 3. I'm not personally attached to this droid in any way, but it is a clever little build using that little tri-piece in light gray. Day 4 brought us this Acclamator assault ship. First time we ever got this in LEGO, apparently. Day 5 brought us a plain battle droid and his gunmetal gray gun. You know, battle droids, we've been getting plenty of them. They've been the same since their launch, I believe, which is kind of crazy to think about. And the only cool thing about this one is that he has a gunmetal gray weapon as opposed to plain black. So that's what he has going for him. Day 6 brought us this little Bad Batch shuttle. Once again, a little clever micro build. Love the use of the sand blue, although it's not accurate. I think it's definitely a bit of a positive Legoification, if you will. And again, this beak is giving me extreme bird vibes for some reason. It's cute. Day 6 brought us Luke's land speeder in honor of the UCS set for this year. Love the little microscope representation of Luke and C-3PO themselves. I think that was an extremely nice touch. The asymmetry with the engines. This is an example of a micro build that I would love to keep and display. Day 8 brought us little T-16 Skyhopper model. Pretty cool ship in Star Wars lore in general, given that we've only seen it mostly as Luke Skywalker's toy and never really too much as an actual ship, but we have seen it as a LEGO model before, so that's pretty cool. Day 9 gave us the 2022 C-3PO an ugly Christmas sweater with a detail of R2-D2. Love that his little belly circle is still showing on his waist and that he has silver printing on his leg. Overall, just a really cute minifigure and definitely a very ugly Christmas sweater that matches perfectly with the R2-D2 we got a little bit later in the calendar. 10 was one of the more boring days, just a little evaporator moisture collector thingy from Tatooine. Just a little bit of a set decor in terms of the calendar. Nothing crazy going on with this one. Day 11 gave us this V35, was it? Land speeder, as featured in the Mos Eisley Cantina set. and seen briefly in one of the movies, one of the original trilogy movies. This is another example of a microscale ship that I would actually keep and display just because of the dimension of detail using, you know, these little pieces with the ledge on them, these little rounded tiles, and the color scheme. Day 12 gave us the Darth Vader in summer vacation tank top. His little black slippers match his black perfectly. He has a bit of a smile on his face. You know, he's kind of enjoying his vacation, but still a very scarred person. And I love that this tank top includes details of what I believe to be Scarif because of the tropicalness, the Death Star in the background, and the Citadel Tower at Scarif. Rogue One is one of my favorite movies, so, you know, I'm just eating this minifigure up. He even came with a little volleyball. Super cute, another great minifigure for any collection. Day 13 gave us his little sandcastle and a little shovel, so he has something to hold now. The sandcastle is super cute, a pretty good representation of his castle itself. It even has a little bit of water, a little bit of wet sand, and a little bucket for him to, you know, make more mud to strengthen his model. I think it adds a very human and kind quality to a villain such as Darth Vader. Day 14 gave us this microscale B-Wing. I'm not the biggest fan of a B-Wing in general. I guess it's a pretty good model, but it also kind of looks a little bit rough at the same time. They were still able to capture the thrust, the weapons, and the little cockpit bubble up here. The ingot piece is definitely needed to add a little bit of more slimming into this side. But again, I'll probably be scrapping this one for parts. Day 15 shows another example of a microscale model that I would keep and have on display. Love the menacing look of the sharp pointed wings of this TIE Interceptor. Love the use of the ingot piece to add a little bit of texture to the wings. And the cockpit, although it looks a little weird if you look at it from the top, it looks a little bit cut off. From the front, it looks great, and it looks very bulbous and TIE Fighter-like. And once again, just love TIE Fighters for the sound they make. Day 16 brought us one of the best weapon racks I've ever seen in an advent calendar, solely for the inclusion of a tiny mouse droid made up of only 2 pieces, a roller skate piece in black and then a 1x1 black tile on top. But since they're both pieces that come in spares, you can have up to 2 mouse droids with this day. I think these are the cutest things. I think they're way more scaled to the minifigures that we have. And even the gun itself being a stud shooter, I don't mind because it actually works. And it's just a fun little detail. It comes with 2 extra bullets. And let's not forget the most important detail is the little mouse hole for the mouse droids to actually go through. What more can you ask for in a weapon rack and an advent calendar? Day 17 brought us another standard snowtrooper with that standard length gun. These are great, these are highly detailed, although their pauldrons are not actual cloth. It's the same ones that came in the battle pack, and just another great minifigure that fits the theme. Day 18 brought us this little turret. I love the use of the slope pieces to make an octagonal design for the actual head of the turret. And once again, just kind of serving as set decor for the calendar, just another little prop for the minifigures to interact with. Day 19 gave us this micro scale ATST. This is the smallest ATST I've ever seen. They were able to incorporate great weaponry and maintain that nice asymmetry that I appreciate with the ATSTs, and I think adds a little bit of depth to their design. It has its 2 little legs that can move, but it does need a little bit of snow terrain because I do not think it can stand on its own, just because its little feet are too small. It's fun to get something at such a small, different scale, and again, just kind of like a little prop for the stage, if you will. Day 20 brought us yet another little prop for the stage. You can see the snow terrain here holding up this little radar dish type thing, including an antenna operations control. Clever use of the droid bodies to create a bit of texture to the overall structure. Day 21 brought us a great Luke minifigure in his hot outfit with that awesome accessory on the head that the goggles can go either above the visor or in front of his eyes. I just really appreciate a well-designed accessory like that that has a bit of versatility to it. The face has 2 expressions, one more concerned and one more cheerful. It has that new standard frosted lightsaber, which I highly appreciate. Great leg printing, a little bit of waist printing as well, and front and back printing with a bit of shimmery effect. Once again, a great minifigure that fits the theme of the calendar. and delivers on the details. Day 22 was the largest build and added an accessory to Luke. He can now hang from the Wampa's cave. Love the use of this teeth piece to create ice spikes from the bottom. A little bone for the Wampa to chew on. Very organic looking cave structure while still maintaining a bit of a simple geometric overall frame. Day 23 brought us a very festive and cheerful Gonk droid in a bit of a Santa-inspired outfit. Pom-pom on the hat, beard in front, and little black boots. The little black boots have to be my favorite. This is a great build for a Gonk droid and definitely just very festive and once again fitting the theme perfectly. This is going to be a fine addition to my collection of Christmas minifigures. Lastly, day 24 gave us R2-D2 in his ugly Christmas sweater with a detail of C-3PO and a detail of the Rebel logo, which I was not expecting. A nice little touch. You can have them displaying either one. Here they are in companion. It was a great idea to choose red for R2-D2 because he has a little bit of contrast with the blue of his head. They contrast each other very nicely and they just look extremely festive and very happy to be with each other. Off the top of my head, here are 5 of my favorites from this calendar. And my official rating for the calendar is going to be 4 stars. A very, very good calendar with very few duds or throwaway days. But technically, for it to be 5 stars, I would have to want to keep every single day of the calendar, which is probably impossible. Did you like this year's calendar? Do you have a favorite calendar from a year past? What were your favorite days microbuilds minifigures from this calendar? And an extra bit of gratitude if you supported my shorts that I uploaded each day of December unboxing these little festive microbuilds and minifigures that we get to share in December. Thanks for visiting the library, and may the force be with you.